Good evening and welcome to the ASUS ROG DreamLeague live from the Monster Energy DreamHack studios. I'm Shiva and I'm your host for this evening and for the entire DreamLeague actually. And we are going to watch a lot of games today. We are actually going to watch only 2, but there are 4 games played today. Let's take a look at which series we're going to see tonight. We start off with Team Tinker taking on Team Scaryfacez. And that is going to be our first matchup and also going to be a very interesting one to see because Team Tinker, which is probably the favorite in this week's qualifier, with Scaryfacez, a team that is known for taking teams off Tier 1 teams. Now, our second series for today will be Flipside taking on a Game Online, in which case Flipside was the invited team from last week, and we have Game Online making it through the open qualifiers. And also, of course, with me on the couch, there's 3 lovely people. Shane, how are you doing?
Was really good. I feel amazing.
Good?
Yeah, until Andy pointed something out on his jumper. So I do the makeup for everyone, and I might have missed his face a little bit.
What? What did you do?
You got makeup all over my sweater.
What the hell?
It's like right here.
How did you get it over there?
I didn't notice it until I sat down on the couch and I was like,
I blame Andy.
how did this happen? I know I move a lot, right, when people put makeup on.
Yeah, but it's on the bottom of your hoodie.
I like to make it fun, so I do like this.
He was upside down for a bit, and I got really confused.
Yeah.
I don't even know how
It was overly complicated, so I don't blame him for getting some on my sweater. It's fine.
Okay.
But I will kill him.
It washes off.
Like, yeah, after the show.
No, I made sure to use a non-wash-off makeup.
Smart.
Yep.
So smart.
Other than that, you're okay? Had a good weekend?
Yeah, I spent about 40 hours of the weekend building a Bugatti. It looks amazing. It's probably the greatest thing anyone's ever seen.
Probably.
Yeah.
It's very automobile correct as well.
Yeah, it works. It drives. Like.
Yeah. How are you doing, Andy?
I'm good. I'm ready to cast some Dota. Yeah. Over the weekend, I just played. You know, it's weird because whenever I come here, I watch the games and then I want to go home and then I want to play. So it's like non-stop Dota for the entire time. And then I wake up super late because I ended up watching a Smash tournament yesterday.
What time did you wake up today? How many hours ago?
3:30. That's when I woke up.
3:30.
And I didn't actually.
That's when we were already in the
wake
car.
up.
You know what? You know, that's why I blame. That's why I got the makeup on, because I had to rush. Because we were here at 4 p.m.
That's true.
I even told you didn't have to like. I was like, it's fine, relax. You know, take a deep breath. It's fine.
It's like I was defusing the bomb and you're saying relax, like, you know what I mean?
I don't know, like,
Doesn't work.
The analogy doesn't work either.
What?
Yeah.
Andy's like really angry. Bombs are kind of angry.
Am I really angry though?
No. You pretend to be.
During the rehearsal, Shane, can you actually, show people how? Because during the rehearsal, I mean, Andy was late,
I'm
so
a
he wasn't
caveman
there.
according to Shane. Like
So
I don't use
Shane
words.
was Andy. Shane, do Andy.
Like what? Why am I caveman?
I don't know.
Well,
Yeah, that's my best Andy impression.
I heard you
Why
guys
am I a
doing it.
caveman?
during the first part of the rehearsal, Shane wasn't there either. So Owen was Shane. Owen, do Shane.
Hello there, my name is Shane O'Mard.
It's better my Andy one.
I'm from Ireland, Edinburgh to be precise.
It's closer to Shane than what Shane was to me.
Yeah, but that's not saying much.
Because Shane didn't even actually speak. He just went,
That sounded a lot like though.
Yeah, that's spot on.
all right, whatever. I just made it worse.
Owen, how are you doing?
I'm good. I've been doing a lot of casting over the weekend, keeping myself fresh for the old Face It League. So I'm good to go back to competitive Dota. It's a bit of a different angle to take, seeing the players individuals in, mixed up, randomized situations, and now getting back to seeing them in the whole kind of team, kind of rosters and lineups. So with Tinker and SFC, and of course as well with Game Online and Flipside, I think pretty much at least 3 of the 4 teams have players that have been in the league. So it'd be interesting to see them again, but back on the teams, yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to watch as well. And of course, we are here with a 3rd qualifier. Last week was the 2nd qualifier where we saw Burden United make it through the finals against Basically Unknown. And of that, we have a recap.
just had enough money in his inventory to buy the entire thing. And he even has his Bloodstone on the way out, and it's only 20 minutes.
Hook shot straight away onto Teddy, and in they come. There is a swap protecting the Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain might be able to give a massive Requiem of Souls. They want to try and jump in. Sing Sing chasing down Arise. There's your hook shot to Come With Me and Necroman. Cogs, Come With Me's trapped in with him, or is he trapped in with you? Because Mind Control gets an Echo Slam to the face, trying to get the Fisher out, but the Battery Assault cancelling the cast animation. 3 heroes done on Burn United. They're going to lose Paris as well. It's just Sing Sing remaining. He's trying to clean up. Mind Control so low. He's so low. Will he find it? The swap. He's got a Lasso available. Can he blink and catch anyone else? He gets Ancient Seal though as soon as he blinks in, so he won't be able to follow it through. Therefore, doing a lot of damage to Paris through the BKB. There's a duel as well onto the Batrider. Mind Control might actually win a duel. No, he won't. Batrider wins the duel. Nico Baby getting low. Mystic Flare onto the head of Necroman. Necroman will go down, but they've already lost the slot. Starts with the Aegis. He'll be back. Earthshaker with the Fisher catching up to Arise. He'll go down as well as he finishes off with the Fiery Dragon Slave. Nico Baby's the only one left alive in this fight. He gets Lasso by Paris. The chain stuck. Basically unknown. This is they've got to pull something out of the back. Blink pull from Nico Baby straight onto the Earthshaker. Can he bring him down? BKB is popped. Light Strike Raid not going to do a lot. Laguna Blade will go through the Magic Immunity. Nico Baby getting low. They do find the kill on the Earthshaker. Earthshaker's down. Buyback from Batrider. He wants to get himself straight back in the fight. Deathward doing a lot of damage though. The Earthshaker buying back and Batrider buying back. 2 heroes down. Basically unknown. Basically unknown. They've already lost 4 heroes. Oh, they try and TP out in the sky, but GG is called.
And with basically Unknown making second place in the main qualifier and Birdie United making it through, we have got basically Unknown invited back to this week's qualifiers. Let's take a look at which other teams we're going to see in qualifier number 3. That rhymed.
It's good.
Yeah, I didn't even do that on purpose. I'm a poet and I didn't know it.
Oh, what's this?
Oh, hey.
It's confusing.
Hang
Suki
on.
squad.
They've
Wait.
already won.
2-0. We missed
already
that.
played?
They already played.
They played
it was
yesterday, apparently.
Did they?
Ah.
That's why we only have 3 days this week.
Oh, thank you, basically unknown. And
Yes.
Suki squad.
Yeah, that's why
Yes.
we only have 3 days.
No, we have 2 because we have 2 games going on at the same time today as well. We have got for our matches that we are going to see Scaryfacez taking on Team Tinker, and at the same time, the match between 4 Clovers and a Leprechaun and EE's Disciples is going on. You can watch that on Dota TV. We will not be casting that as we will be busy with Team Tinker and Scaryfacez. And then our last match of the day is a Flipside taking on a Game Online, in which case Flipside, the invited teams, and Game Online, the team that made it through the open qualifier last week. By the way, past weekend, I think it was past weekend, that was the final open qualifier.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So we know who's coming for the next 2 weeks after this.
I don't personally,
Well,
but in
it's
theory,
known by
We
someone.
do know
it is known.
someone.
It is
Okay.
known.
Okay.
Yes. So, you know, kudos if you made it through. If you're not, maybe next season.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe. No promises.
Oh, and who's your favorite then? Oh, that is a very early red button.
Okay.
Shane,
Okay.
I'll let you do the others.
All right, so
Honors?
before I press the red button, I like to have a little look around the room. You know, just try and suss out
It
the
is
situation.
really dark in here, though.
Yeah, just to see if there's anything amiss, but it looks all pretty normal, so, you know.
What is it? Give it to Shane.
Oh, whoa, fuck you. No, seriously, there's so much. Oh my god.
Oh, you broke it?
Okay. All right, so this took,
Life can flip
Right.
in a matter of seconds.
I'm not gonna lie, it's probably the greatest thing ever made. I'll just spin it for you real slow.
Next morning you wake up in a $1.2
What's this?
million
Something sticking out?
Don't touch that, Shiva.
car. How did I get here?
Right, so can we get a zoom in? I'm gonna put it on the table. It'll be fine.
Are you sure it's no
Yeah,
longer
it's pretty
sticky?
dry.
It stinks.
It stinks of glue.
There's still paint on your
really
hand. You
does.
should not get paint on the teeth.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. So basically, I was meant to work on this all weekend, but we got internet.
And then everything just kind of went out
Yeah,
the
so
window.
at about 1 p.m. today, I was like, right, let's do this.
I feel like even a person who's never actually driven a car would know not to put the seats on the roof.
No, it's for style.
Okay.
It does this thing when it drives.
But the steering wheel is also...
Kind of tilted.
Yeah, well, the gaffer tape
You'd
I
have to
used.
drive it like
No,
almost...
with one hand. You only use one hand when
What
you
about
drive.
the wheel? The wheels aren't right. Like, I'm okay with the steering wheel. I'm okay
The
with
wheels
the
are
seating
fine.
on
Like, have
top.
a look underneath.
But they're
Pretty well made. There's paint everywhere. What do you think of my grill, though?
You deserve this.
Honestly, it would have taken like I spent about how long did I spend on the bottom of a shiver?
20 minutes.
No, remember it took me like
20
2
minutes.
days. Fuck
2 days?
No, it took so long. There's all these little tiny parts and you have to glue them all together. And I was like, you have to wait till one glues and then you do the next part and then you
He
wait
had
till...
to glue them together because he broke them, and then he had to glue
No,
them
well,
back
I
together.
broke like 2 parts, but that's irrelevant. And then I was like, this is going to take months, so
I
yeah.
didn't realize Bugattis had kickstands either.
Yeah, it does. It's just because it's going to fall over. You put it down.
Okay.
And it,
Okay.
I'll put it here. No, I probably shouldn't put it there. I'll put it on my plastic
Put it
bag.
back
Put it
in
back
the
in the bag.
Yeah, so no one else can see
And then,
it.
yeah, you should hide your shame.
I'm pretty proud of it. 20 minutes. It's not bad. I also didn't have a paintbrush, so I just had to kind of pour the paint on.
No, you used a tea bag.
I tried to use a tea bag. I did that. It didn't work. It was a disaster. But yeah, I think it looks pretty good.
I think if there were actually like brushes given as well,
Yeah, it would have been
would have been fine.
amazing. It would have looked normal.
Yes. And I actually, the song that just got played as well, I heard it in GTA. Just saying.
You saying this car is fit for GTA?
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna put
Wouldn't
it
you
here.
steal it if you saw it on the streets?
Let's go in here,
Oh God, it's just
just so everyone can look at it
It's
and be
just-
amazed.
The Bugatti
be
of shame.
repulsed.
And there's a little bit of advertising in it. Oh, it's so good. I'm so proud of that.
Oh no, look at that. They make sure that the little sign
Oh
goes
my
away.
They place the.
It's
the logo.
better that way.
Oh.
It's an improvement.
You try and make a Bugatti.
You said you only took 20 minutes on it.
Yeah, well, yeah, obviously.
It's not even that you couldn't have done a good job.
The bottom bracket took like 5 hours.
Slightly exaggerated.
No, it took me the whole day.
We
When-
weren't there.
Yeah, I know. So you can't say it's wrong.
But how do you go from like, okay, I want to work hard on this for 5 hours?
Because they told me, have it
And
for
then-
today.
Oh, okay, so they rushed you.
Yeah, they
Okay.
rushed me.
Okay.
But I look at it, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Kill me now.
So,
See, at the end of the
Dota.
season or the end of
I need to wash my hands.
the league play, it could have been like that thing where it's like really nicely done.
Yeah, it could have been.
And then everyone would be like, wow, Shane can actually
That's
do
what I
stuff.
wanted to do. I actually was going so well. The front wheels worked. Like the car actually worked. And then they rushed me, and I can't deal with deadlines like that. You know what I mean? I'm a
It's
professional.
like chair building all over again for the EU Hub.
I wrecked them chairs, man. Them chairs
Yeah, but
were
I'm
sick.
saying like they rushed you.
Yeah, they did.
well,
Now I have paint all over my hands.
we'll let it mesh up
fine.
later. Let's first take a look at Dota, because we're going to see some Dota today. So we're going to basically focus our efforts on 2 series. And the first series is Team Tinker taking on Team Scaryfacez. And let's take a closer look at Scaryfacez actually first, as they are the team. Actually, Owen, Odie Pixel, what can you tell us about Scaryfacez? Because you've had a very long encounter with them.
Indeed, yes. They're very good at holding the base, with Sniper in particular, which obviously, even though the win rate's not great with it, I mean, they've. I think that the only one game that they've won with Sniper is the game that I saw them actually take the 3 hour long game in. So if they pick Sniper,
Don't let it
they've
go
had
through.
100% plus 3 hour duration game with Sniper.
You know,
so
they're,
the stats say if Sniper comes up, it's going to be a long one.
Try and win in 2.5.
Yeah. Their average game time is highest of anybody else's.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's 52
Is
minutes.
that just because of that game?
just because of that game? Yeah.
So how many total matches did they have then?
I don't know. I think like 15. Like on record, on actually
Yeah.
that Dota, I have to.
I
have
guess
to
that still
answer
makes a 3 hour game makes your average time pretty
Yeah.
low.
It destroys it.
Yeah, it kind of does. So, for comparison, Team Tinker has like 38 minutes average game time.
Yeah,
and
most
they
teams
had
are
one-
around 40.
Yeah. Team Tinker is, of course, the team that they're going to be facing today. So let's take a closer look at Team Tinker. What's your opinion on Team Tinker at the moment, Andy?
I mean, they've had a lot of roster changes, to be honest. It's just like musical players. I mean, their newest addition, I believe, is Black, right? And
Yeah.
then Way2 also joined. So I think that it's still going to take some time for them to flush out like a preferred play style. But you can tell they're picking what everyone else is. I mean, that not really anyone is doing anything crazy different nowadays. So it's just whoever brings the better team play on that particular occasion or who gets a better draft. I think the most often victories that we see here on the ASUS ROG DreamLeague is when somebody drafts really well and plays around it. They're usually the team that wins. And other times you have like maybe the lesser experienced teams who come through in the open bracket and then they pick a draft because they see the other teams doing it, like tier 1 teams, but they can't really execute and then they just lose because of it.
Yeah,
So.
they've been boot camping actually for the last few weeks, haven't they?
Have
Team
they?
Tinker.
Yeah,
yeah.
Team Tinker, yeah. So I wonder how that's affected their play. Like if they'll
Well,
come in like,
boot camping was always like,
it can have-
imagine you're Goku, right? And you're on your way to Namek.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
what a
yeah,
boot camp is. It's like 100 times normal
it's
gravity.
the time chamber
I
thing.
don't know
The
what
yeah,
that
yeah,
chamber.
it's good.
You don't know what that is?
No.
They train a guy, they put him in a chamber where time moves really slowly and gravity is like super powerful. And
No, it
I'm-
moves really fast. right? Because the outside world only experiences 1 day, but inside the chamber, it's like a year.
Yeah.
So wouldn't time just move faster?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I
don't know.
I watched a lot of Dragon Ball Z when I was younger.
Great.
It's really good. You should try it out.
I actually watched some Dragon Ball Z, but I never really like. I watched the single episodes. I don't really know
That's
the
where
global
the
storylines.
over 9,000 comes from. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Grand.
What's the new one? Just watch Dragon Ball Kai or whatever.
Yeah,
it's like
the
the
remake.
abridged Dragon Ball Z,
It's pretty
where you
good.
don't have like 8 episodes in a row of somebody going, ah. Trust me, you're not missing anything. You're really not.
They're actually. It's pretty much what it is. Like you have to wait for a guy to punch for like 7 episodes.
We've gone on a very long tangent. I can see Shiver's disdain for us both by talking about this. We should probably move
No,
on.
it's fine. It's fine. It's just, I bet there's a lot of people watching that are actually really enjoying your conversation.
But
right
she's
now.
looking into my soul and just smiling, and I'm just like, we should move on.
Well, we could move on
Okay.
because we do have 2 other teams to look at, and I say 2, but we actually only have 1 because Game Online doesn't actually have that many statistics. They have 2 games on record, if I'm correct, as Knoxville got us stats, and the 2 games on record don't really show us all too much. However, they're going to be facing Flipside, who has a lot more games on record, mainly because they played last week in the. There goes your Bugatti.
Vacating.
No, they're
Bugatti.
just making it look better.
Oh, okay, they're taking the bag away. 'Cause
Yeah.
It probably shines into the camera or something. Okay, so Flipside, saw them last week
Yeah.
as well in the other qualifier. They've been
Wait.
kind of hit or miss for me.
Well, in fairness,
Wait.
they've had
Flipside.
standouts.
That's not the team. That's not the players
No,
of
that's
Flipside,
these
right?
disciples.
Oh, yeah, it's the wrong
I got
thing.
confused.
See, that's not fair because I can't read the player names because my eyes are bad. So I only see the Flipside tag.
Ah,
So
well,
it's not my fault.
your excuse.
Yes.
Well, Mania is actually on holidays at the moment.
Yes.
The flip side. And they had Crit standing
Oh.
in last week.
Yep. They
How long
were
has he gone?
stood in
I
for
didn't-
Unicorn
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Unicorn actually played last week.
last week
As
on
well.
the first match, but not in the quarterfinals.
Okay.
So they might have a bit of instability. That kind of. I hope their roster is like pretty solid today.
It's like Ace Plan, Baby Knight, Rise, and Unicorn.
Unicorn.
Who would be instead of Mania, though?
Yes.
No.
I don't know.
No, he's saying who is Mania replacing.
Oh.
Yes.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, I don't know either. We can ask them if they win,
We can.
That's true.
but only if they win. Otherwise, we don't want to hear from them at all. And then we want to hear from the team.
Whoa!
Otherwise, we want to hear from the team that actually wins.
Whoa! Where's this aggression coming
It's
from?
not an aggression.
It's because she couldn't build a Bugatti like mine, and she's jealous.
Yes.
This definitely isn't the U.S. because everybody wins in the U.S.
That's true.
Even if you don't win.
I don't think.
I'm trying not to touch anything.
I know it's really difficult because expensive jeans and everything,
And couches.
and couches.
Oh, these are new jeans.
Yeah, do you like them?
They're nice. Well played. Mine are all like super old. Like I think I've had these for.
You can buy old jeans new, though.
Yes.
Yeah, but like, what's the point of that?
I know.
I just had the
Kids
same
these
jeans
days.
since I was in like.
You should sell them to some kid. As like these are old jeans, but they're new.
I guess I could.
Vintage. Owen, who do you think is the favorite in this qualifier?
Well, I think the favourite is Team Tinker, but I think basically Unknown will get to the finals, and well, actually no, they won't because they're on the same half of the semis, so it'll be Team Tinker, I
Yes.
believe,
Yes.
against basically Unknown in the semi-finals. So I think that's going to be the match to watch out for, definitely as we get to the
Tomorrow,
semis.
if that is the case.
And I think if Team Tinker don't ban Magnus, I really think that Arise can definitely.
They started doing that.
They are. People have started to ban Magnus.
They're like, we
now.
should probably
Yeah.
ban this, and that's
It's
yeah.
It was first ban in all the games in the final last week.
First
Yeah.
or second
They've
ban.
started to knock onto the fact that Arise is pretty good with the mag.
So if it's not basically Unknown in the finals against Team Tinker, assuming in your case that Team Tinker does make it to the finals.
Who's on the other? So it would be
4 clovers and a
Yeah.
Four
shamrock.
Clovers. They'll
Four
get to the
Clovers.
semis, and then who's in the other
Leprechaun.
quarterfinal? It's
Flipside.
Ease and no, yeah, Flipside and Game Online, isn't it? So
4 Clovers, I think, would win.
The whole
I
thing.
think East Disciples
Well, I
have got
mean,
a
like,
chance.
they go
in
to
the
finals.
quarters.
Yeah, I think so.
You
too.
think they'll get all the way to the finals?
100%,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I
I
think
think
so.
they'll beat.
I
they'll
think
beat
it'll be
Game
Tinker,
Online
4
or
Clovers.
Flipside, definitely. I think East Disciples, and I've got a lot of faith in them. They might stop 4 Clovers from progressing past the quarters.
No.
They definitely have
They
individual
might.
skill.
They
I'd say that
might.
would- if
They've got
that-
a British player.
If that happens, that
They've
would be
got a
the
British player.
that would be the biggest upset I think so far.
For people
It would be a
watching
big
and that
upset,
are
yeah.
not familiar with 4 Clovers and a Leprechaun, the team is actually put together, 2 weeks ago?
Their first official game was on like the 8th of this month.
Yeah,
Or
so
the 12th.
it's very recent.
It wasn't one of the teams that they did to try and get into ESL one, was it? It wasn't one of those teams where they tried to qualify.
Yeah, well, the 8th of this
And
month
it's
is probably
for
pretty-
ESL one qualified,
yeah.
which I guess they didn't get through.
I don't think so, no.
I don't think they did. So they've gone to DreamLeague now. It's like, they're getting an ESL one. Let's try DreamLeague.
But we got an interesting mix of play regardless, because you got Sexy Bambo, God Black, BZZ, Yol, and Hani. Those are basically the 5 players in the team, and every single one of those names is known.
Yeah.
It's just when I first saw the team name, it was like, who's playing here?
Yeah, honestly, I didn't know who was in the
either.
roster. And then I
Where
looked.
did their name
Who is
even
the
come from?
leprechaun?
I guess it's BZZ.
Who's the shortest?
It'd be Sexy Bambo, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, Sexy Bambo.
Oh,
yeah.
Sexy Bambo's Leprechaun, yeah.
Well, Yol is pretty small as well.
But Sexy Bambo's like,
Yeah, he's the...
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a legend, though.
you could put him in your backpack.
he's a cool lad.
Yeah, he'd give you gold as well, probably.
Yeah, probably.
He bought me
That's
drinks
the
in
definition
America.
of
But I mean, you
leprechaun
compare
right
it to like
there.
Hani and Gobblack, who are both giant. Like,
That's true, yeah.
yeah. So he has to be the leprechaun.
So Yol and BZZ, I think they're just average.
He's like normal height, I think.
Yeah. Yol as
then-
well, I think.
Yeah, and then Bambo's.
Bambo is the okay. Bambo is the leprechaun. The rest is
Sorted.
clovers.
It's important to know this stuff going in.
And you know why there are 4 clovers and a leprechaun?
I don't.
Because a clover with 4 things and a leprechaun, they're both good luck.
I should probably know this. Like, honestly, I'm
You're
pretty sure.
Irish.
Yeah, no one ever tells
How
me.
did you let this one just go by?
I don't pay attention to anything that happens in my country.
I thought you were just going to say you don't pay attention in general, which is probably
accurate.
also true.
Yeah, pretty accurate.
Who's your favorite for the finals, Andy?
You mean who do I think is going to be there?
Yeah.
Team Tinker, 4 clovers. That's my
Yeah.
guess.
I think, yeah, that's pretty safe bet if you're going to bet.
I mean, basically unknown are on the opposite. No, they're playing on Tinker's bracket, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so yeah,
Semis.
and then basically no one lose to them. I think you talked about that a second ago. So
So we're going to see 2 series today. What's your expectation in terms of results? With first, of course, Tinker versus Scaryfacez. How do you think their games will go? Is it 2-1, 2-0? For who?
I have
Who
to
wins?
expect 2-0. Like it's like borderline tier 1 team versus Scaryfacez, and sure, on a good day, maybe they could take a game. But I don't think they'll take the series.
Team Tinker have been struggling a lot with tier 1 teams, though. They've literally lost pretty much.
Well, that's why I said
like,
borderline.
Yeah.
I was
okay.
like, I was trying to be, talk them up a little bit.
Friendly.
Okay.
And I mean, everyone has ruts, so
That's true.
you can't just come into it. And like a tier 1 team can experience a period where they're not playing at their best. And who knows, maybe they come in today and they're just like struggling really hard. And we have like a double upset like we did in the last qualifier. It could happen.
It
I
could
think it has a
happen.
lot to do with heroes as well, like what heroes they get. Like, because I know Quagfa, if he gets a Storm Spirit and they play around, like he can destroy whole
Oh,
games
he's
with it.
amazing. Yeah,
like
he's
we've
amazing
seen
on
it at TI and loads of times. He just controls the game completely with that hero. Like, so.
Oh, and what do you think? Prediction?
I think, yeah, for Tinker and Scaryfacez, it'll be... I think Scaryfacez have got a chance of taking a game against them because they are one of those teams that can provide upsets. So I think it'll be a 2-1 to Tinker. And then the second series, I'm going to go with 2-0 to
4?
Game Online. I think,
Okay.
yeah, I'm
The upset?
not been impressed by Flipside recently. Obviously, they've had this kind of mix around with rosters and stand-ins. Maybe they're going to be a bit more stable today. But yeah, from what I've seen in DreamLeague, they've still yet to really kind of prove themselves to me. But maybe this is the chance. But going from past events at 2-0 to Game Online.
Okay. Andy, agree? Or would say
I think it'd be 2-1 probably
For-
either way. But
oh, either
I don't know Game Online well enough to just say that they're going to win. I kind of would want to say Flipside just because they at least have a name and some experience. But I'll say 2-1 Flipside.
Okay, well, we're going to see it. It is time for our weekly guest, and that means that these 2 are going to get kicked off the couch. And it is time for Swedish commentator Drage to join us. Yeah, welcome back, and hopefully no Bugattis were crashed, actually.
oh my God,
Andy
who
kinda
did that?
Andy tripped over it.
Andy, was that because of the makeup?
Make up
Look at
payback.
They destroyed my car. Welcome, Dresh.
Thank you.
Welcome indeed. How are you doing today?
Good. A little bit worried about speaking English.
You've spoken English plenty in the past. You co-casted with me in the past.
Yeah, but this feels like the first time again.
Oh,
Yeah. So let's see how that works.
don't be nervous.
No, I'm not. A little bit nervous. I think that's good. But
Yeah.
after seeing your performance on the car,
Yeah.
Less nervous.
That's the way I did
it
it so
actually
badly.
broke the ice a little bit. I'm gonna do fine, I think.
Well, good to hear. Just for people that might not be too known with you, can you introduce yourself? What are you doing right now? What would you like to be most known for? This is your chance.
Wow.
Clean slate.
My beard, I think. I'm gonna choose the beard.
Okay.
So I'm a beard guy.
And the hair, don't forget the hair.
The hair is pretty good to know. I'm actually working full time with esports right now. I cast on my own channel and I work a little bit with Esport SM, which is the Swedish national competitions in different games, and then I keep loving the Dota, I guess.
Yeah, where did you come from? Like, where did you start playing Dota, or when did you become a professional player?
Well, if you want to use the term professional player, you have to remember that when I played, it wasn't really a professional scene like it is right now. But I guess the first real known team that I was playing for was Team, which was Loda and Ake and those guys. And we won a MIM tournament, I think number 3 or something. It was like with the global strat, of course.
You know what? I never actually told you this, but I actually watched you play like years and years ago when I played Dota 1. I watched a few of your...
You did?
Yeah.
Did you learn anything?
Nope, absolutely nothing. Because I was terrible at Dota.
Well, pretty much from there, I guess, I came. And I played some Dota 2 as well, and some Heroes of New Earth. Don't kill me.
On trash?
Definitely.
But right now you're enjoying your own stream. You're playing a lot of Dota. Do you still play Dota, actually? Do you play a lot of Dota or only when you stream?
No, I only play when I stream. And I'm getting so much worse every day.
Oh.
So it's like if you had a good year at the gym and then you're staying home for 1 year and then you go back and you try to lift the same weights. That's
Good
how
luck
it
with
feels
that.
every single game when I play.
Oy.
So it's a little bit frustrating, but it's still fun, like when you play with friends and so on. But I'm really competitive and I hate losing and I'm just trying to be like, hey, it's good. We're having fun. But I hate you.
What's your favorite hero to play?
Storm.
To play?
Yeah.
You're a Storm picker.
Definitely.
Oh.
Learning from
Because
this.
I'm pretty good with it as well.
of the cosplay? I remember your cosplay.
Yeah,
at
yeah,
DreamHack.
you did cosplay.
Yeah, that helps. That helps. Yeah.
So today we have 2 series, with the first one being Team Tinker taking on Scaryfacez. What do you expect for this matchup?
Well, Scaryfacez is one of those lineups that you... Actually, scary is a good word, because if you put together, it doesn't matter what Ukrainians and Russians in the same team, you have to be worried about losing to. It doesn't matter if you're a good team or if you're not. And I think there's a risk that they take a map, and if you're not careful, they take 2. But I mean, Tinker is obviously a better team, and they should win this. Yeah. They have my former teammate Black in it too, and I mean, Black is an awesome farmer, and you look at Koikva being one of the most impressive players around, at least when he is really good. So they should win that game. It shouldn't be a big deal. But I'm thinking 2-1, because you should never underrate the Russians.
Give us the lowdown on the Swedish lads. You've casted them a bit with your Esports FM. So.
Yeah, I've seen them a little bit, and I casted them a little bit in my channel 2 game online. I mean, they have Excalibur, everyone knows him, I guess, by now. But they also have other players like, yes, ROG is an interesting player, which I've seen playing a lot of Shaker, and I was really impressed, actually. And I think they are aiming towards the top, and I think it's a big deal for them to do this. Maybe that's the team who has most to win in this tournament. Like, that's my idea. And I believe in them. I do. I'm a little bit like, if they're Swedish, I love them. So
I feel sorry for Excalibur, because he's like a really, really impressive player, and he's so young as well. And like to get this opportunity to grow is really important for him.
Yeah, it is. But he also got up too high too fast, because he was really small in his hero pool, and it was easy to handle him once you found out what he could play. So I think this is a really good team for him, and I think what I want these guys to do is to keep it together and stay together, because I think they have a good future.
And back to the first series, Scaryfacez, would you compare them to how Power Rangers was a long time ago? You said like you can never count them out. Is it like...
Yeah, but Power Rangers is like the essence, the flower of all the Russian teams. That is like, yeah, that's a perfect example. Like if you think about the teams, you want to be like Power Rangers. Yeah, sure. I mean, they could beat anyone, but they really didn't win all the games anyway.
No.
But they showed people that they should be respected and so on. And yeah, sure, okay, they're like Power Rangers.
The Power Rangers was the first team to beat Alliance after TI, and to beat Navi after they came second against IG also after TI. Both Power Rangers, they're strong that way.
The hero destroyers.
The hero destroyers, that's what they are. Let's see if Scaryfacez can turn into that, because they did beat Cloud9 in a 3-hour game. So there's that. Let's hope
They've got stamina.
They got stamina, which is very important.
For sure.
Keeping up the spirit. I mean, it's good. You mentioned earlier that indeed Team Tinker has not been that successful lately. Well, let's set things straight. I mean, they have actually had a really good record over the last like 10-ish games they play. If you look at that, you see win, 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 and like only 2 losses or so, and a couple of ties. Now, the losses and ties are all against Tier 1 teams, and the wins are all in American qualifiers of various tournaments, which arguably aren't the best teams out there.
How diplomatic of you.
Yeah.
I've found that a very diplomatic way of putting that as well. But, I mean, that is, of course, Team Tinker. This is going to be one of their tests to actually, you know, climb the ranks and actually do it the proper way again and show people that they do deserve to be a Tier 1 team. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It has been a while. I don't know. I think they never really. I mean, of course they were a tier 1 team before, but I didn't really have them in the top part of it then either. It's like
They were like 6.
They did really well at the last Dream League.
6.
6.
No, not tier 6, but like in terms of...
It's 6. It's sold.
6. They were 6.
Okay, fair enough. Next question.
In the last Dream League, they did really well actually. They put up good games against most of the other teams, like the top teams at the time. So, but that roster has changed like a considerable amount since. So, with a new roster, we'll see how we get on with it. You know what I mean? So,
They need to win this game, even though they are versus Hero Slayers. Like, did you say Hero Slayers?
yeah, I think
I
so.
like the word.
Yeah.
That is cool. I want to be a Hero Slayer.
It's like a Kingslayer, but then a Hero Slayer.
Yeah. I can relate to that. Yeah.
Well, I found a box next to me,
Oh yeah.
and you have paint hands.
Maybe I shouldn't open the box.
Yeah, because if you touch this, then that's, you know, it might actually not work anymore, which would be a shame because it is a motherboard. It's a really small motherboard, in case you hadn't noticed. It's one to make actually a really compact, powerful PC. So it's a powerful motherboard that is just not that big.
Maximum impact.
It's maximum impact, so you need.
The 7th.
You remember last week when we had mice and mouse pads, you could win those by going to facebook.com/ROG Nordic. You can do that again, but this time you can win a motherboard. If you go to facebook.com/ROG Nordic, you can fill in your favorite or most MVP hero of this week. Has to be this week specific, and your motivation as well. And then on Wednesday, which is when the finals are going to be held, well, I said last time we're going to reveal the winner, and you know it's not going to be up to us, but it turned out to be up to us.
Completely up to us.
We are bribable, maybe.
Whoa, can I get in on that?
Yeah, no problem.
You probably get to choose the winner. I'm probably gonna let you choose the winner. So.
No, don't be. No, I don't
You can
want
open it,
all that
Shane.
pressure. I want to do
I
it
got
together with
permission.
you, Shane.
Yeah, okay, we'll pick it together.
Thank you.
All right, so it has like thingies. Let me see. Like you have your conductors and your power sources, and it plugs into the computer somewhere.
Jesus, didn't you just build a new computer? Shouldn't you be aware what
Computer's
things
like
do?
Lego. Like you put it in, and if it fits, it sits. It's like that's pretty much what I use. It looks good. It has red kind of things. Your RAM goes here. See that?
Yeah, you're awesome. Keep doing.
Yeah.
Good.
You got 2 RAM slots, which means that you have to spend them wisely.
And then you have like a watch battery. Okay, I guess if you have a watch and you need an extra battery, you have one in your computer. I don't know why.
Yeah, okay, so you can win it if you want. And with that being said, I mean, you said for this
Take this away
series,
from me.
Scaryfacez Team Tinker. Which prediction do you have?
2-1 to Tinker.
Okay.
I'd say, okay. I think Team Tinker, after the boot camp, will come back and be really strong. And we'll 2-0.
This one.
Yeah, this one 2-0.
I'm going to agree with Drage and go for 2-1. It's the more diplomatic answer as well, which, you know, as a
sorry.
host, you kind of have to. So.
Throw me under the bus. I've pretty much broken this graphics or motherboard.
Yes. Well, Shane puts that back together and then also gets his hands washed. We are going to watch a game because that's what we're here for. Team Tinker versus Scaryfacez. Faces. Wow. With Odin Pixel and Draskell. Take it away.